Hi everyone. Here we are for the full moon. And all this big energy that's going around right now, and so much is happening in the world, and so much is happening in our lives. And I want to just remind us all where we have been coming from in these last few months. We've been moving through really significant change, personally and the world. And I want you to remember that, because one of the big experiences that happened during those eclipses, the only eclipses of this year, was that, remember the question I asked, and I'm repeating it again, is what must I release in order to take my next step? Which was making a difference between what would I like to release, what would I like to let go, what would feel good to change. It was what must I? What's blocking me, in a sense, right? From coming into my own wholeness. Anyway, that happened. So now, right, whether you're here or not, that happened. And now we have 6 months to organize ourselves to the new space that we're in, because we are in new space now. And that old thing that must be released was. And so here we are. Nature abhors the void, right? So it starts to attract into that space that we let go of consciously. Conscious release is different than unconscious release. Consciously released. And in that conscious letting go of what was stopping us from taking our next step, we want to consciously invite in what is to replace that, in a sense. And so we talked about, and this is what we've been working on in these last moons. And so now here we are at this full moon, and it's all about freedom. It's Sagittarius, right? It's all about the new. It's all about the truth, right? The truth will make you free. And one of my favorite mantras that I use for serious things, for important things in life or in the world, is the phrase, truth will out. Truth will out. And when you're in the middle of something that feels out of control, or feels bigger than you, or feels world-changing, or feels, how can I say it? Like you don't have much control over it, right? There's not something that you can necessarily do anything about that. You use this powerful, powerful first ray meditation mantra, which is truth will out. So as we have released that thing that must be released, we've invited in what our next step is, to be shown what that is. And now, today in this meditation for this full moon, I want to sort of design a meditation where we can be inspired, where we can know more about what's coming, to help bring into realization what that is of that release and that new offering. So it's a mouthful, it's a lot, but the times are a lot. And so it's really important now to be able to listen. What I was thinking about in this particular meditation tonight is, what I got in my meditation is to be open to getting a message, to be open to hearing. I'm going to be teaching a whole class on the next new moon for the meditation class. I'm going to be offering a whole class on how do you do that? How do you listen? How do you discern between all the noise of the mind and all the thinking, the thoughts that are there? How do you hear divine truth? things that are for you, things that are inspiring, and to be able to tell the difference between the thoughts that you're thinking and inspired thought. And there's techniques for this, many actually. And we're going to do a little bit of that tonight in this meditation to work on that listening. So they say, prayer is talking to God and meditating is listening to God, right? And that's it. It's different, right? It has a different energy to be able to hear the sound of spirit, the sound of the difference between your thinking, what you're thinking anyway, and what you are intuiting, what you are listening for. These kinds of listenings are very profound because that type of listening is listening through even what somebody is saying or even what you are thinking. That there is some higher truth that starts to rise to the surface. Truth will out. It becomes clearer and clearer as you get quieter and quieter. So meditation is a practice of becoming quiet, becoming silent, listening, to go into this sort of open, impressive state, to be impressed by soul, by higher awareness, by higher knowing, so that you can know without thought so much right at the same time. Like, don't try to make equations or absolutes out of anything that you get in a meditation. Just let it come through so that you are gleaning, you are recognizing the song, you are hearing the note, so that you can start to feel the difference between thinking and meditating. So one of the things I talk about is listening between the thoughts. Thought, right? Between the thoughts are spaces, and those spaces are exponentially expanding. And if you can touch into a space, even just for a moment, it opens. And you have access to things that the mind cannot know, because the mind is limited by what it already knows, right? So that inspirational thought comes and opens up the mind, inspires the mind into new thought. So here we are at this time where there's a lot of potential. I'll show the chart for ones of you that know a little bit about astrology, if you just want to see what it looks like. We've got, this is the planets in the sky right now. And there's the full moon, always exactly opposed. Sun is in Gemini, moon is in Sag, so the full moon's in Sag, and it's got a lot of really interesting aspects and very, very positive aspects right now. It is very good time to move forward, to succeed in that forward growth. If you're trying to change something right now in your life, or to really see it through, to manifest, to bring it into reality, this is the time where you can do that. And all these planets, the sun just moved into Gemini, Venus is going to follow it, Jupiter is going to follow it, and then even Mercury will be following after that. And we're going to have a lot of communication stuff happening where for a long time communications have been difficult. And starting now, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And to communicate, to say what you mean, to know what you mean, to know what you think, to translate that out into your world, however that is, whether it be a conversation that you're having, a truth to tell, right? A story to tell, to share, right? That we are clearing the fields and getting purer and purer connection vertically, so that you can start to trust what you speak. And at this time of these very important times where freedom and truth are such an important conversation that is happening everywhere, we want to be through the purest thing we can touch, which is the light of the soul, or the light of all there is, right? That higher power. You're connecting to something bigger than ourselves. So that's what we're going to do in the meditation tonight. It's easier to grow right now than usual. It's easier to make forward motion than usual. And it's easier to actually realize it, make it happen, see it in your life showing up. So if there's something you've been wanting to say it, right? And if there's been something that you're wanting to share it. This is the time of that. And this is also the full moon for the third of the 3 festivals. So this is an extremely powerful time of disseminating energy out into the world that's been purified by light. So what do you want to communicate? What do you want to say? What do you want to share? What do you want to know? Like, these are the questions that are in my mind today to bring into our meditation. And also I wanted to show a picture of, this is the planet Mercury. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? From Hubble. It's a NASA photograph. And just taking that in, this is the ruler of the sign Gemini, actually, which we're in. So it's just something to really let that come into your eyes, into your inner eye. So you're letting it in like this, right? You're letting it in. You're letting those colors come in. You're letting, so all of you Geminis out there, right? This is your time. And Sagittarius, right? Both signs are getting really stimulated right now whenever there's a full moon. The opposite sign also is getting stimulated, Gemini and Sagittarius in this case. And so we're looking for truth. So today what we're going to start with inside the meditation is to start with the idea of breathing in light. So let's light a candle if you have one, or you can use mine as your light to look at. Here we go. So even just looking at this light, at this candle, or yours, just letting your eyes gaze at light in a soft way, in a reflective way. Letting the light almost come into your eyes. Learn this difference. I used to teach this in yoga class quite a bit. The idea of your eyes looking at, right? So you send your eyes to the thing, or your eyes receiving. Feel the difference between looking at, pushing out, or letting in. And so as I'm gazing lightly at this light, I'm not pushing my eyes out energetically, right? I'm allowing the light to come to my eyes so that it comes to me. I can do that with the whole space I'm in. I can bring the space to me, or I can go out to the space. Well, these are deep principles in meditation about standing sovereign within the self. So that self is connected at all times. You're always connecting on the vertical and the horizontal, so that there's a point of presence that you're standing in, and your heart. I am present in my heart. And so now just let your eyes close. And breathing through the heart center, just gently to relax the body. And relax the emotional body too. All the ripples of the day, things that have been happening. And relaxing the mental body, or the mind, so that the mind is receptive and open. And then remembering that candle flame gently, and breathing that candle flame towards yourself, breathing it in the sense that the candle comes to you. The candle light, or that light, comes to you like magnetically attracting light. And then start to sense light within the head center. Feeling that light get brighter and brighter. Awakening the third eye. It's like the eye opens. Even though your eyes are closed, your physical eyes are closed. The inner eye opens. And we begin to consciously listen. And everyone will experience this differently. But sense what you sense. Notice what you notice in listening. The sound of the universe, the sound of spirit, the sound of the divine, the sound of light, the sound of light. And as you're sensing the sound of light, experience with this the quality of clear light. Clear light. Breathing it in. Breathing in clear light into the mind, into the heart. Breathing in clear light into the whole body. Breathing in clear light, and let it do its work. What's needed for you right now? You don't need to know. You may know. You may know exactly. But just letting that clear light open the mind, open the heart, to that deep and complete connection with divine love and the overlighting soul. Every time you inhale, working with this clear light, it's like working with a rainbow. It can change colors. It can remain a constant. And it can be of no color and still be light. And imagining this light moving through the brain, especially right now, and just clearing places where there's density, resistance, tension, any kind of closure, and feel that light, that clear light, open the mind beyond itself. As you do this, There's a sense of glowing or radiance. Inhaling light. Each time you breathe in, inhaling this clear light. Think of it like light medicine. Healing light medicine. That heals old scars, old wounds, childhood wounds, past life wounds, this life. Letting this clear light move wherever it is needed. And you can feel places within the mind lighting up in different ways than usual. We say it as an expression, they're lit up, I'm lit up. Right? It's awake, I'm awake, I'm wide awake. And through all these twists and turns of the brain and the life, sort of the maze of the life, all of a sudden there's clear pathways, clear pathways, clear pathways, built by clear light. And in this meditation today, listening, now listen, now listen, now what can come through. You always know when you're in the presence of angelic energy, God energy, spiritual energy, because it is always and only love. Anything else is generated by the ego. Keep listening through and for that light that is love. And as we move into the silence, listen and know. This is for you specifically, right now. What is it for me to hear now in my life, right here, like it is? Divine guidance. Divine healing. Breathing in that clear light. If you find yourself thinking or trying to figure this out, no bigger than what you can think. Allow this deep listening until it turns into understanding. It'll form into a word, it'll form into a thought form. It'll become apparent, it will develop before your eyes into something that you can relate to. Receive this gift from the soul. Know that the timing is perfect. Know that you're ready for whatever this all is, this next step, this next breath. Know that in some way it's natural and easy in that sense. It's simply the next step. But it is also soul-given. Breathing in this clear light. Feel all the thought forms that cluster and fist and thicken and tighten as you inhale this clear light, how they just fall apart. And what's left are these clear pathways. Clear lines of light. Clear thoughts, clarity. And imagining through the third eye, as you breathe this clear light through the third eye, using this mantra, I see. I see. This is heart seeing. It has no judgment. It simply sees by heart. It is pure awareness. Inhaling clear light. Feel those old muddy thought forms just fall away to clarity. Insight. New. Old. All time, all space. No limits. So you are literally following a lighted path. You are following love around. You are following light around. And soon you find. So as seekers, we seek. But in the spiritual path, we seek we find, we seek, we find, we seek, we find, we seek, we find, we seek, we find. Higher and higher vibration, inhaling clear light, feeling these old thought forms crumble, slip away, fall to the ground, dissolve. Clear light inhaling in the heart, feeling old hurts, old sorrows, old pains just dissolve in the light of this clear light. Let it move through your body as well, to any places or all places. You bring this clear light. And letting even those physical structures that have been built over time to fall away also. And begin to dissolve. When it's manifest, it takes a little longer. You just keep working with it, this clear light, into that part of your body or to all of your whole physical self or the chakras, right? Any way you wish, you aim this clear light so that you can be free, so that you can be true, so that you can be you as diamond consciousness, clarified awareness, inhaling in clear light. Feel the earth do this too. Imagine the earth breathing in clear light, healing itself. It's really good at this. Let the earth teach you. There are no exceptions or no places that this clear light cannot touch. It can touch anything, anywhere, throughout all time and space, past and future, and present, inhaling in clear light. Receiving this healing and this communication. This intelligence. This love. And then as an offering, offer this light now to the world. Offer this love to the world that's been clarified by light. Offer this love to all of nature, to the mountains, to the oceans, to the animals, to the crystal kingdom, to the trees, to the flowers, to everything, to all beings. Offer this clarified love. As within, so without. Offering this clarified love that you've purified and cleansed by this meditation. See it touching everyone and everything and all beings. So the whole world takes a breath. And the whole world has a healing. Inhaling clear light. And there's much more to say about all of this. This is part of a practice. But this part of it is very powerful to work with. And when you're ready to, just letting your breath get deeper and fuller. Until it starts to feel natural to transition out of this meditation clear eyes, clear eyes, clear ears, clear breath, clear heart, clear body, clear life, clear relations, clear exchange, clear consciousness, clear dreaming. Good. That was a different energy coming through today. I don't know if you could sense that. It felt really different to me than any meditation we've ever done. But see, we're in the new territory now. Can you sense it? So, there's a lot to do, and there's a lot of light to hold. But remember how I always teach, my heart can hold it all. Your heart can hold it all. Our hearts can hold it all. We're interconnected hearts. We can hold the whole field as all these changes are happening on the planet and in humanity. We're growing. Yeah. So, thank you for being here for this meditation. The next full moon is right around summer solstice. It's June 21st. The solstice is on the 20th. So I'm not sure which day I'm going to do it on, but it'll be around there, and it'll be a double meditation because of that. And the next meditation class will be, did I not write it down? It'll be in 2 weeks from now. I'm not sure, I didn't write it down for some reason. But in 2 weeks from now, and I'm going to teach about this listening and how to do that with techniques. So you're welcome to join that as well. I'm so happy you're here. They're powerful times. It's really important to meditate. It's really powerful to meditate in a group. It's really powerful to meditate in a group in real time like this, right? And, when two or more are gathered, right, we create a power of love. So that is what's happening. So thank you for being part of it. And I'll see you next time.